You're tuning in to Financial Fitness Northwest live on 1150 KKNW, where we help you navigate the mortgage and real estate market with expert advice from knowledgeable and trustworthy industry professionals. And now in studio, we have with us Charlie Johnson. Charlie has been the construction manager with Terrene Homes for more than 4 years and in the home building industry for more than 22 years. He oversees the construction process from blueprints to move-in, managing multiple superintendents and subcontractors, and overseeing quality control and safety for all Terrene projects. Charlie studied business administration at the University of Puget Sound and construction management at the University of Washington. He and his wife, which is me, have 3 children and 3 grandchildren. And when not in the field, he enjoys scuba diving, biking, running, and traveling, especially to tropical beaches. Hey, funny, I like that too. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
We're excited.
We're so excited. Welcome to the show. So can you just, tell us a little bit about how you got started in residential construction?
Sure. It's an interesting story. I basically kind of had a career change, life change about 23 years ago. I was in the trucking and transportation business for about 15 years before that, and had the opportunity to, I had remodeled a couple of homes, and I really wanted to build a home, and I had a friend of mine, old friend of mine, a college friend of mine, who gave me the opportunity to get started at it. So I actually started building houses by doing landscaping and hooking up sewers. That was
glamorous.
Yeah, it was very glamorous. Very glamorous.
Well, thank goodness you moved your way up from there. That's good.
I've come just a little ways since then.
Yeah, you have. So now you've been in it a long time. So, what's your favorite part about building residential homes?
Well, I love building homes. I love putting things together. I love working as part of a team. What guy doesn't like building stuff? So
right.
It was an awesome opportunity, and I progressed up through a lot of different management levels, and now manage all the vertical construction for Terrene, and have a great group of people that I work with and for, and that work for me, and we do a really great job.
Yeah, Terrene has beautiful homes, and you work for a lot of different builders, not just Terrene, right? So what do you like about Terrene Homes specifically?
Well, yeah, so I've done different things. So I worked for Cambria Homes, actually Legend Homes, which merged with Cambria Homes, and we were a production builder. And so that was a lot different than what I do now, but we were doing about 150 homes a year, a lot of repeat homes, building the same plan, maybe 6 or 7 different plans in a plat. So it was it was more about process and how to get, a production type building. And so at Terrene, where I've been for about 4 years now, it's different. We pretty much design everything from the ground up, and for the most part, everything is very unique, and we make a lot of changes along the way. We're very demanding on a particular concept and look that we want, and so we will take something apart a little bit if we have to get what we want it to look like and feel like.
Wow. So are all the homes are completely different, or are they sort of a same theme?
Well, we have both. We have we are moving into some somewhat repetitive. I don't know how successful we will be at that. I mean, we want to we want to be able to repeat some plans, and I'm sure that we will. We'll get there. But so far, we've pretty much modified everything we do. There's just a little bit of tweaking. It's always you get to a certain point in construction, and you just decide, I think this would work just a little bit better. I mean, we take a lot of time to plan it, but you still don't really know till you walk through a house and get a feel for it. And we're kind of perfectionists, and we like it to be a certain way. So we just like to tweak along the way. But we're looking forward to. We have some larger plats coming up now, so that we'll probably be doing some more repetition and stuff.
So that's kind of interesting. You say larger plats, but compared to your Cambria days where you were building 150 homes in a community, I mean, that's a lot of land. that's not, when you say repeat, it's still pretty small number of units in an area, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, definitely. I mean, for us, it's larger plats. So now we're building a couple of plats now that have 20 to 25 homes, which is big for us. So far, we've done one that had 7. We had another one before I came here, which would have been 5 or 6 years ago, that I think had a few more than that. But a lot of the time, we're doing a one-off or maybe 2 or 3 next to each other. So it's big for us. But the days of those big plats, at least here on the east side, certainly. I mean, you can find them maybe farther south, past Olympia and maybe in Pierce County and a couple of places. But the days of the 150, 200 home plats are kind of disappearing. It's just getting tougher and tougher to find the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do that.
So in those plats that you're doing like 2 or 3 homes, is that like where maybe there's just been one house on a big piece of property that you tear down? Or are you tearing down homes and replacing?
We do some one-offs, infill. We do some demos in Bellevue. We've demoed several houses. Redmond, Kirkland also, and we may demo one, sometimes 3 or 4 houses to get maybe like where we're building 20 or 25. We might have taken down 3 or 4 houses to do that. Yeah.
Wow. So if you go to the Terrene, is it the Facebook page? I'm like obsessed with that house. So that you guys just recently built. It's sort of like a modern farmhouse, like carriage house.
Yeah, it's
looking.
gamble roof house.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
That house is amazing.
Well, you need to come see it inside. You
I
should,
know.
because it's sold now, and so in 3 weeks it's going to go away. And it's a great house. It's funny. Literally yesterday afternoon I was walking through it. I mean, my job is to get the houses done so that we can sell them, so that we can move along. But I'm going to really miss this one because it is just a gorgeous house. And when I walk through it, I'm thinking, gosh, I wish we would hang on to it for a little bit longer. But
just so you can hang out there.
Yeah, just so I can stop by there every day because it's pretty neat.
And how many square feet is that house? Because it looks pretty big.
It's actually only, when I say only.
Yes.
Okay. I have to
You gotta back up.
It's 4,500 feet.
Okay.
So to me, that's a little bit small. What we do, we build a lot of homes in the 3,500 to 4,500 range, but we also build homes in the 5 to 6,500, almost 7,000 feet too. So we do a lot of different things.
Just depends on the lot that you have.
It depends on the property and the location and what the market will support.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of the opposite of the tiny house builder then.
I am the opposite of the tiny house builder, but I love tiny houses.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So what areas do you guys build in? Mainly on the east side, right? Or
Almost completely on the east side.
okay.
We have one in Seattle now, down at Leschi, that we're building that will be available later this winter. That's just across the street from Lake Union, right by Daniels or behind Daniels.
Oh, okay.
And so we have one there, but we have a couple of them in Bellevue. We have several more coming up in Bellevue, and we've done a lot of pretty nice homes in Bellevue. We've got we're in Kirkland, Redmond, a couple of different locations in Redmond. We've done a lot of homes in Kirkland. And then we have a plat we're starting to build in Sammamish, and we're up on the Union Hill area of Redmond too with 5-acre properties up there.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Tell us about those, because those are going to be kind of some pretty special houses, right?
Yeah, they're going to be large 2-story homes, somewhere in the 6,000 range. They're going to have an attached garage and a detached garage, a porte cochere, and they're going to have
what?
5 acres.
What did
Well,
you
that's
just
where
say?
you have a basically a courtyard between.
the
So you have your
garages?
garage that's attached to your house, but then you have a courtyard, and you drive into that courtyard.
Oh.
You can only do it, obviously, if you have pretty large lots.
Right.
But we have one going now right across from the Pegasus Horse Ranch. We call it Pegasus, actually. And then we have 8 more of those that are going on a 40-acre piece of property that we've just cleared here in the last week or so. And they're pretty neat. I mean, they
Wow.
definitely, you have 5 acres to do with mostly what you want within certain King County rules and regulations.
Are those going to be sort of that whole modern farmhouse look too then, or?
They're going to be, well, you would know this. So the first houses I built for Terrene like 4 or 5 years ago were at Ashburton. They're going to be like those homes except for bigger, kind of an Ashburton on steroids type of home, yeah.
Wow. So what kind of price range are those in then?
We're probably thinking somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million.
That would be millions, people.
That would be millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
Okay, but we build, we don't do anything now. We have, but we don't have anything now that is under the $1 million. We're just at the low end of the $1 million now in Kirkland.
And you do amazing homes, but I mean, a lot of that is just like the land is so expensive too, right?
Oh, it is. Oh, definitely, the land is expensive, but also costs have risen dramatically. I know in King County or on the east side, I think retail prices have gone up, home prices around 15% in the last year, something like that, 15-16% on the east side. Yep. But our actual construction costs have increased anywhere at probably, I would say, 25%.
And what do you attribute that to?
Demand.
Demand, and there is so much construction going on right now. As you can see, tower cranes and apartments are going up everywhere, and it from framing labor to rough-in mechanicals, plumbing, heat. Everybody is super, super busy, and they've just been able to raise their prices. We went through that downturn where everybody was 2008. For a few years where pretty much everybody was kind of working for a paycheck, I guess, even the trades. I mean, they were just getting by and keeping their doors open. And so now they're kind of making up for that a little bit. And so costs are going up. Material costs also are going up. Lumber took a big jump here when we have like the fires that we had this summer up in Canada and everything. A lot of our lumber materials come from Canada, so the prices go up.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow. So what about these plats that you guys are going to be doing, the larger plats? Is that going to be a different price point, or is that still in the $1 million range?
It's still in the $1 million range, yeah.
Millions,
but
okay.
it's in the low to mid million. 1 million.
Just wondering.
Well, there just is, Bellevue, Kirkland. It's just a crazy place. But that's we stay right in this area, and that's where we're the best at. So.
Right. Well.
So, what's different? I mean, because there are quite a lot of competition east side builders. What's different about what Terrene does as opposed to some of your competition?
Well, we have a fairly specific type of home that we build. They are definitely becoming more contemporary, but we still build the classic Northwest kind of style that you've seen us build too. We are definitely in at least the smaller homes or mid-size homes going to a little bit more contemporary look. But I would say, whoever you're going to buy a home from, you're really buying the home. We all use pretty much the same materials. There are some different specifications and levels of finished goods that might be in a house that's a little bit less than another house, but in reality, you're buying a home that people built. A home is 100%. There's not much manufactured. There's manufactured products, but it's all put together with people, and it's designed with people. And what we do at Terrene is we have an absolute demand for quality. And we will slow our process down if something isn't going right, and we will make sure that we deliver a super quality product. And so, really, it's the people at Terrene, I think, that make it. We're all very committed and dedicated, and we all like what we do, and we all want the customer to have the best product. So I think we just do a great job at it.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is
I
awesome.
do too.
I know. The houses are just so beautiful. I can't really imagine that they compare to other people's. I think they're so much greater in quality because of the people. But you guys do some unique design things, I think, right? That's sort of unique to Terrene versus another builder.
We have probably, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best designers. Heather Cochran, who works, is actually married to one of the owners. She does a fantastic job.
She does.
And,
they're so beautiful, the homes.
Now that makes it difficult sometimes because we change a lot because things. But she comes up with some of the greatest ideas, and I think we have a really unique product, and she's a big part of that. And then, we have a great purchasing department and great guys in the field that work for me. I'm kind of I guess I'm the construction manager, but I'm kind of a player coach. So some people call me a general superintendent. So that's what we just have a great group of people. And if I didn't do this, I would want to buy one of our homes.
Yeah.
But you still do want to buy one of your homes.
I do.
I know. I think I said when I saw the Killarney Park house, I said, man, this is like Heather just jumped into my soul and designed like the most perfect house. It is just so amazing.
Are you talking about my dream house?
Well, yes. So when you haven't even seen the inside. And you
I know,
like it.
and I already want it so
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What else? Do you have any other questions for Charlie?
Well, what's the future projections
Oh,
for
yeah.
Terrene as far as like how much you've been building now? Are you guys looking to grow in 2018 or?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we are growing in
Yes.
2018, whether we're looking for it or not. We will basically. Right now, I probably have 20 to 22 million in production right now, and I will have double that in about 9 months. So we should have been there by now. It's taken a long time to get permits and some of the plat development done, but we are now going to double in size in the next year, and then another doubling in the following year. We have projects coming up in Sammamish, Duval, additional one in Redmond, and they're larger ones. So we're going to be really, really busy.
Wow.
So out through the next 5 years, basically, it's going to just continue to grow.
You need some help. If there's any construction project managers out there that are looking for a place to go, they should call Charlie Johnson.
I'm always looking for good people, but we've got a pretty good staff right now, and
Yeah.
we've just kind of solidified our personnel for at least the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Wow, that's exciting.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I
Yeah.
love new construction, and if you haven't been out to any of Terrene's sites, I recommend going and checking them out.
You gotta
because
see 'em.
They're pretty amazing homes. Thank you for tuning in to Financial Fitness Northwest. When we come back from the break, we will be chatting with Luis Garcia, CEO and President of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Puget Sound. To find out more about any topics discussed on today's show, you can find us online at www.financialfitnessnw.com.